All right, guys, this is video 3 of the pre-close checklist. The next section is the dipping cabinet. First thing you want to do is you want to get a clean rag. We want to wipe down all the tops of the dipping cabinet just so it's really clean. We want to move everything. You want to do the entire line, how much room you got. The next thing we want to do is restock spoons and napkins. So we want to get a clean spoon container out. We also want to wipe down any napkin dispenser out. So that's done. You could check all your cone displays. If anything doesn't look right, you can always switch that as well. The next thing we want to focus in is on the inside of the dipping cabinet. So first thing you want to do is look in here, see if there's any ice cream that falls in one from the other. So if there's a little bit of chocolate and vanilla, we need to get that out with a taster spoon. If there's any ice cream on these railings, we need to get it out with a scraper to get that out of there. Again, you want to keep this as presentable as possible. The next thing we want to do is spade ice cream. And the idea of spading ice cream is we want to push the ice cream off of the exterior of the walls. That's where the ice cream crystallizes. So again, you want to push it all down around the entire. And you don't feel like you have to get all of it. You just want to you want to do a good job. And that's what it kind of needs to look like. And then between ice creams, you want to switch spades because you don't want to contaminate one flavor to the next. You can kind of peek in there. That's what it needs to look like. If you see the bottom of the pan, if you see metal, we need to flip those flavors out, and then we want to, obviously put the new pan with the old ice cream on top. The next thing we'll do is we want to put, we'll finish the dipping cabinet once this closes. We also want to wipe down the back wall, the back of the freezers, because these can get gross. You also want to wipe down all the railings, the ledges here. Please do not wipe these doors down with rags because it streaks and it looks like crap. Please don't do that. We'll clean them in the mornings. It just looks bad. Now you're going to spade it then 1 hour before close, but you're going to have to also go back and do it again at close just because you're going to have customers in the last hour. The next section on the list is restocking cups. We obviously want to restock all these cups at night. You want to bring a big tower of cups. So for the mediums, we never want to do this. That's a no-no. We actually want to pull all the cups out. I would get a large as well. Again, make this thing full. Okay. So again, restock all the cups, see what you need, refill that at night. We also want to restock all the spoons. Again, this is how it normally is restocked. That's not restocked. If you actually shake them down, it's like half full. So again, we want to make sure these things are completely full for the next day. One other thing, we need to do all cabinet fronts and cabinets. So you want to get a clean rag. The first thing we do is we want to do the cabinet fronts. So every cabinet front, we need to be wiping down as we go. And you want to get all the hardware. And all these videos, all these jobs do not take long. It's about doing them. And it's not about initialing you do them, it's actually about doing them. And you want to do this throughout the entire store. All the cabinet fronts need to wipe down. The next is countertops. You want to wipe down every inch of the countertops. And if you feel like you need to move cups, then you need to move cups. If you need to move dip cones, you need to move dip cones. Okay? Every inch of the countertop has to be wiped down. That includes the areas that aren't used as much. That's around the kitchen, that's around this hand sink. That's moving dispensers. And a great opportunity to reorganize as you're wiping this stuff down. It's moving every square inch of this stuff. This is what we need to do every single night. And again, when you're doing it, reorganize it. Reorganize everything. Here you go. And as you can see, it's all organized. So again, all cabinet fronts, all countertops, you have to move stuff. All right, the next thing on the list. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to need to wipe down the kitchen door. This is also neglected. And that's the kick plate down here. And that's both sides. And that's pretty much it. The only other item on the 1 hour before closing checklist is to sweep them off in the back, and I'm going to do that in another video. But again, these things don't take long. So we should be able to do this easily before we close.